What's up? It's T Hill again. So I know I haven't been doing a lot of these good videos that you guys like. Mainly it's been like demo impressions and like impressions of TGS. But what I really like doing is, talking about stuff that you see on the forums a lot. That's my passion. Really, I love games, but I love the topics that get spurred out of them, and the big ones that can either make somebody really excited or dig right under somebody's skin. So before I get into my topic, which is quality versus quantity, does it really matter if a great game sells well? So it's a big topic. You see it on the forums a lot. I just want to put my spin on it. Tell me what you guys think. But before I get into that, I want to apologize for the very, 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 very bad quality of the demo impressions that I gave of Enslaved. The audio was good, but the quality of visuals was very horrible. So I'm going to look for a solution for that, since I still have yet to get a new computer and my capture card. So until I get there, I'll have to figure out some kind of jury rig solution, because I like to have my hands free. I like to be able to show off the game, or my hands not having to worry about holding the camera, but actually playing the game and talk to you. So again, I apologize, and I won't let that happen again. It was bad quality on my part. So let's get into the topic. Quality versus quantity. People split this hair so many different ways. You could look at it as, take Modern Warfare 2. A lot of people said it wasn't that good of a game. But then you see these astronomical sales figures. These 10, 12, 15, 16, 17 million units sold. Did that make it a great game? From the company standpoint, yeah, I spent 20, 30 million bucks on it, and I'm making my profit hand over fist back. So if you want to look at it from that point, then all you have to do is be able to go down the list and hit all those check boxes. And if people like that, you give them everything they want, they eat it up, then it's a hit. But does that really matter to you as a gamer? At first I was like, oh, there's a gray area. But come to think about it, sales are absolutely important. More so than most anything. And the reason why I say that is, you could have the most phenomenal title, but if it doesn't sell well, that IP could just get canned. And there could be unbelievable potential. But if it doesn't have a huge adoption rate at first, if it's a slow burn, and it's a smaller developer and smaller publisher, that slow burn could be a dead can. The developer and the publisher might back out before a second title could come out. So absolutely, sales matter. And I'll take one of my favorite games, which wasn't expected to sell well, did better than what the publisher, THQ, thought it was going to do. I loved it. I know lots of my friends who, it was going up against Bayonetta at the time, and a lot of people were poo-pooing on it because Bayonetta, was showing something really, really different. And, different is always cool, don't get me wrong. But for me, and for a lot of other people, it really appealed to them, and it brought a different experience. And the game I'm speaking of is Darksiders. If you haven't checked it out, it is a phenomenal game. Yes, it has its hiccups, it has its issues. It is a brand new IP, and it does a lot of pay homage to great titles out there. The Zeldas, the Devil May Cries, and it's a great title. But a lot of people looked at the sales. Well, did it really do so well? If for me, I would have been saddened if the sales were enough to give THQ the sign, hey, let's make a sequel. If that didn't happen, thinking made a couple million units sold between both platforms, and I think it's on PC as well. If it didn't make those numbers, a game that I really, really love would never have a sequel. I would never see the continuation of that story. So sales are absolutely critical. The whole argument that you see that, hey, if it's a good game, all that matters is if I enjoy it. Well, that's fine and dandy, because that person is a greedy person and they're selfish. But sales means that if you buy it, and you buy it, and you buy it, and everyone picks it up, that great game will see a continuation. And especially if it's a really rich story-based game, and you get, say, the first part of the series. I mean, how many people would have been mad if Uncharted, or well, we'll go into a game that's more fitted for that, the Mass Effect, where the continuation, or the God of War, where the continuation of the story is critical. How many people would have been bummed out if Mass Effect did such small numbers? EA was like, and BioWare like, I'm not touching that again. Think about all the potential that we would have lost, all the gaming experience that would have been lost on those games. So yes, this debate of sales don't really matter because it's a good game and I got my experience. Well, as a gamers, we should want more people to experience our games as possible. And if there's so many different subjects that can go off of that, but the general goal of us as gamers is to share the wealth, have somebody else enjoy the experience. I mean, I look back at Roots, going to the arcades and playing an arcade game with a friend or with a stranger and sharing it, and so that way we both have a common respect for that game. So sales will flourish that title, so more people get to experience it. And somebody may pick it up 2 or 3 sequels in and say, wow, I didn't know about this series. But because all the support and sales, now they can go back and say, my taste of part 3 of that title makes me want to go try out the beginning of the series and see what led up to this point. So absolutely, yes, sales are critical. I would like gamers to stop fighting about this subject matter on the forums. Because at the end, every title that's a smaller publisher, if sales didn't happen, if they didn't make those numbers, you wouldn't see a sequel. Simple as that. If they don't get a return on investment, it's done. That IP's trash can. Those developers, they won't see another title from that publisher. And the way the economy is right now, it's even worse. If they don't get those numbers, then it's done. There will not. Those guys could be out of a job on top of it. So that creative spark and the sales push behind it is what's going to flourish these games. So I'm going to have to definitely put my stamp on sales matter. You know, stop saying that it doesn't matter because you got your fix. It's not always about the one gamer. It's about a gamer nation. We're all gamers. We should all want everyone to play the hot games. Whether you own console A, console B, or console C, you should want everyone to play the best games and promote the small ones that are really hot. That's why, one of the reasons why I created this channel. I hope you can agree with my mindset, or even if you disagree, tell me why. But don't use the whole, I got my fix type of thing, because that's a moot point. To me, I'm looking at you as you're selfish if you don't care about any other gamer. Because if they don't care about you, you may never get to experience that title. Alright, so just keep that in mind. You know, this is T Hill. You can follow me on hiphopgamershow.com. You can follow me on Twitter, T_Hill0, or you want to send me a friend request and play with me on PSN, it's T-Hill. So yeah, I just want to continue supporting, you know, my man Hip Hop Gamer. You're my idol. If you don't like him, I don't care what you say, because I ain't gonna listen to you anyways. He's an awesome guy. He's an inspiration. My buddy Night Gen Hero, hit us up on Saturdays if you want to play some Castle Crashers and talk some games. I'm thinking down the road, possibly, you know, he's got his channel up. He's doing some big things. He's getting his name out there. Maybe doing a podcast with him and some other people who want to join in. So that's what I've got for tonight. I'm gonna get back to doing good subjects every night and maybe throw in some games. I've got a few good games coming up. You know, Castlevania, Enslaved, Naruto Ultimate Ninja Storm 2, Vanquish. That's 4 titles. It's a lot of money. But it's all good gaming. I'll have everything you guys want, and I'll keep you updated. Well, this is T Hill. I'm out. Peace.